So, Lauren, you decide in your head that you are going to go home. You're like, fuck this shit. Nothing's going my way. I'm pissed off. I was vulnerable. I didn't like my dress. I don't get the right amount of time. I'm fucking pissed. And now I want to go home. Do you two have a conversation? Like Allison, did you know she's going to go?
We did. Remember on the outside driveway, we both came out and Lauren was kind of explaining everything. And she was like, I think I'm going to go home. It was after the rose ceremony.
Well, first you came back in and you're like, my talk went so well. I'm feeling so great. And I was like,
we tell each other everything. So I was like, it went good. Like, I didn't know she was feeling some type of way right now,
some stress.
So she gave me a little attitude. And then later we did end up talking about it in the driveway. And she was like, I just don't know if I can be here anymore. Just everything she's been through that whole week kind of brought her down. She couldn't get out of that headspace. So after that, I knew she was definitely planning on eliminating herself.
And are you okay with it? Like, do you think this is beneficial to you? Or are you also like, this is my best friend, it's my sister, I don't want her to leave?
I was both ways. So I was definitely super sad. I'm like, this is my sister, my support system in here. It's hard enough going on this experience alone. So having her there for me was definitely a bonus. But at the same time, having her leave made me able to kind of just focus on my relationship with Joey.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like having your sister there is like not a double-edged sword, but there's like pros and cons to it.
Exactly.
For sure. Mm-hmm. Okay, Lauren, we were surprised. Like, we did not expect you to be leaving. And then we thought you might change your mind. Maybe this was just like wishful thinking on our part. But when we were like, hey, Joey's going to go over, like, maybe she'll change her mind. Like, maybe she's just in this funk. Did you consider changing your mind at any point when he came over? Or were you like set in your decision?
Like, kind of like I had already made such like a scene about it. And like I said, like when I'm in a bad mood, I'm in a bad mood. Like, looking back, like in hindsight now, I could have handled all that better. I could have done that a little different. Like, I wasn't as mentally prepared as I thought I was for it. But then when they came over,
no one is, by the way.
Yeah,
I thought that I was gonna breeze through this shit. Like, I was like,
you're like, I'm mentally, I'm tough. I've been through so much. This show, are you kidding me?
Yeah, and literally, I was the second episode. I'm like done. But yeah, he comes over and I'm like, all right. He's like, sit down. So I was like, okay, like maybe I will stay. And then when they brought out the cake and it wasn't it, like, I think that's just set me off again. And I was like, forget it. I'm leaving. I just need to leave. Like, I just need to like mentally heal a little more. I don't know if I'm like fully through the whole grieving process, but if I stayed any longer, I don't know how much like worse it would be for me, honestly, if that's how I was in the second episode.
Do you think that was the biggest contributor was, the wedding day and just still grieving the loss of your father? Or do you think there was something else that was the driving force of you leaving?
That and like I said, like being mentally prepared for, like, I'm not like, you're supposed to date one person, so you're not used to competing with like a bunch of people, and just hearing the conversations here and here and everyone feels good. Like, you start to like overthink that, and then you're like, is mine even good? Like, are we even having like in-depth conversations? And I just got in my head and I was like, maybe this isn't for me right now. I need to be prepared. So I was like, it is time for me to go. It wasn't meant to be.
And I feel like you were like, from what we saw, it seemed like you were the last person to talk to him multiple times. You weren't getting a ton of time. Like, there was a lot of things that were like contributing to you not feeling overly confident. Like, it's way easier when you're like the first one to talk to him and you get like a solid 10 to 15 minutes and then it's like, okay, I'm good. Whereas when you have to sit there, like, I remember one girl on my season, like week 2 or 3 was like, almost everyone had talked to him. There was like 3 or 4 people left. And someone was like, have you talked to him yet? She's like, if one more person asks me, I'm going to lose my mind because no, I still haven't talked to him. And now I'm getting pissed off because she's like, I feel like all the attention's on me in this negative way and I'm freaking out. And I feel like when you have like, you're already like struggling with grief and being vulnerable with him on that group date. And now you have all of these layers on top of it of just like the struggles of being in this environment. Like, that is so much to be dealing with.
It is. Yep, that's literally exactly how I felt. And then everyone's like, no, it's fine. There's like 3 girls that haven't gone. I'm like, they all have roses already. Like, I'm the only one. They have a rose. Like, that doesn't count. It was driving crazy.
Yeah.